Alright, so this video is going to be covering something that has been causing quite a bit of confusion recently, and the company involved probably won't appreciate me posting it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets taken down. A recent notice from Wingsland stated, and I quote, "Many websites are currently selling the S6 drone. Please note that these are pre-production models and are not the full version. They do not have full features, the app and manual are both in Chinese." Now, a few days ago, I read a notice on their official website stating that these pre-production models could only connect to 8 satellites, could only be used in beginner flight mode, and urged anyone who had bought one to return it to the seller. Rather interestingly, when I went back to find this notice earlier today, it had disappeared and been replaced with this far less descriptive notice, and I think I know why. First of all, these facts that it could only connect to 8 satellites and only be used in beginner flight mode are both the result of restrictive coding, not hardware limitations. Therefore, even if this was true, the drones could be easily updated. And secondly, and more importantly, because it's simply not true. When Wingsland first issued the notice stating that any third-party model was a pre-production model, I found it suspicious that they never announced the sale of these models to the public, and that they manufactured them in such large quantities. The reason for these holes in their story is simple. They never made a pre-production model. It simply doesn't exist. A pre-production model would usually be used for demonstrations or presentations months before the official release date, but all the drones that were displayed and presented prior to this drone's official release date were fully functional. Further proof that these S6s aren't pre-production models is that a pre-production model will always have a label or notice on the packaging, if not on the models themselves, stating that it is in fact a pre-production model, something that these S6 drones simply don't have. So why is Wingsland lying to us? Well, I've been in contact with some of the third-party sellers who have been in contact with the manufacturer, and I'm pretty sure I've got it figured out. See, stores will always receive stock weeks or even months ahead of the release date. So Wingsland shipped out their drones weeks or months ago to the third-party retailers when they thought they would still have the app ready in time for the release date, and by the time they realized they wouldn't have the app done in time, it was already too late. And I have some pretty compelling evidence to support this, but first, let me ask you a question. If these drones aren't faulty, but are simply a basic version of the S6, why aren't they being sold from the official website? I mean, everyone's buying them. I'll tell you why. International retail law states that a company or retailer cannot sell a faulty or incomplete item, and as the app for this drone is incomplete, they cannot legally sell the drone as there is no way to control it. While this is unfortunate for them, the Chinese retailers can still legally sell the drone as they are not responsible for the development of the app and can simply blame Wingsland for the problem. Because of this, Wingsland is lying to their consumers in an attempt to prevent us from buying drones from third-party retailers as they are unable to sell their own drones and are losing serious money. As sad as it is, that's how the world works these days. A previously respectable company would rather lie to their customers than lose money. The bottom line here is that the drones aren't the problem, and I only hope Wingsland get their act together and release the working software as soon as possible. I hope this video helped, and if you are one of the poor people who bought this drone, I have this to say. Good luck. Sane Scientist out.